We didn't used to drink coffee, didn't like coffee, so I wanted to try caffeine because everyone was talking about caffeine makes you be able to work out harder. And this is in my younger days.
I seen your girl post a
And so we were going to work out about 12 o'clock, so I got some caffeine powder and I wanted to go for 600 micrograms, which is quite a lot of caffeine anyway, but I knew that caffeine didn't really do much for me. So I got the powder, measured it out on the scales, put it into a shaker, one of those drinking shakers, and I just drank it all down. And I was starting to walk across the gym floor and I just felt a little bit funny, and I just thought, oh, this feels a bit weird, and so I went down onto my knees and I was just, I'm feeling really awkward, this is weird, and then I ended up crawling all the way to the toilet, having horrendous shakes and unfortunately throwing up, and then shaking again and throwing up, and I suddenly realised that obviously something I'd drunk was not the best for me. So I lay there for about half an hour before, good brother that I am, I googled what was wrong, realised he had overdosed, and then called 101, I think it was. They said to go to A&E immediately, so drove Stephen to A&E. Worst drive, by the way,
yeah.
kept slamming on his brakes, hitting my head,
And we got to A&E, and straight in there they injected you with...
There's nothing you could do for it. They actually just gave me one of those anti-sickness injections that did nothing. Basically, I was awake from obviously first thing in the morning, and I didn't get to sleep until 5 o'clock the next morning because I had too much caffeine. But basically what had happened was I'd been measuring in grams rather than micrograms, and so I'd had 6 grams, which is the equivalent of 80 Red Bulls or 120 cups of coffee. So yeah,
I would suggest if you're going to supplement with caffeine, we personally don't think you need to. You'll focus on your nutrition first, and you'll be able to get up for training. You'll be able to have enough impetus for training.
And people that are looking for stimulants and things, actually caffeine's not necessarily the one. You want ones that are actually going to help your brain, give you more drive, and they're not the type of thing. Caffeine just gives you a kind of a false drive rather than actual mental clarity.
So learn from Stephen's mistakes. If you are going to take caffeine, get it in pill form and really start low, and see
if you want caffeine, just have an espresso and a coffee before.
Snapchat me that puss if it's